Yes, sir. I can definitely boogie. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dugout Football channel, where it is time for match week number 9 of the 21-22 Scottish Premiership season. Now, let's have a quick look on how we did in match week number 8. I only got 3 points. No perfect scores. Very, very poor week as well. But top scorers in the comments section, there were 3 people. Yes, there were 3 indeed. So we have Shane O'Donnell, we have Wolf Einstein, and James Dunlop, all coming away with 9 points. So very, very well done to all of you. Now, different area today. I am in my new flat, so I am just doing it like this as well. We've just recently moved in, so I hope everyone has having a good day. And it is time for match week number 9, and we start at Easter Road, where we have Hibernian against Dundee United. It is 4 wins to Hibernian and 1 draw. The last result was a 1-1 draw. Now, obviously, Hibs lost 2-1 to Rangers the last game week, and it has to be said that the way that they played, I mean, they took the leads, they did take the lead. Ryan Porteous red card, there is going to be a bit of controversy over that red card. I think it was red card because of the context of the tackle. You cannot tackle like that anymore. And obviously with the introduction of VAR potentially coming in as well. So I do think that might be something to look at. And I do think that VAR is definitely going to come into Scottish football as well. But I have to say I was very, very impressed with the way that Hibs played in that game, and I think they will take that to Dundee United, because Dundee United did get a 1-0 victory over Ross County. Most of this game was mainly marred by the alleged racial abuse of the Dundee United player from the Ross County end. Now, there's been a lot of trouble between those two as well, so it's going to be very, very intriguing to see if they could actually get. I think there's some sort of solution has been made there as well. So with this game, it is Easter Road. I fully expect Hibernian to come out on top in this one. I'm going to go for Hibs 2, Dundee United 0. I do think it'll be a very, very easy victory for Hibernian, but we will see what happens. Hibs 2, Dundee United 0. And now we move on to Fir Park, where Motherwell play Celtic. 5 wins to Celtic in the last 5 meetings, and the last result was a 4-1 win to Celtic. Now, Motherwell, they lost 2-0 to Hearts the last game, and I have to say, people did say that Motherwell were going to give Hearts a bit of problems. It was the other way around, I'm afraid to say. It was a very, very good victory for Hearts, and they managed to get a very, very good victory. It was a good game for them as well, and they have started really, really well. But Motherwell, to their credit, they have had a good rerun of it recently. So I've been very, very impressed with Motherwell, and I do think they will get better as the season goes on. Celtic managed to get a 2-1 win over Aberdeen. Very, very good performance. And, Aberdeen are in a bit of troubles at the moment. And, Celtic are starting to get results, and that was a big win actually, because they've got a really, really tough run actually, Celtic. I think they're away to Motherwell, and I think they're away to Hibernian very soon as well. So tricky wee run coming up for the Celts, but I think they will go to Motherwell. And I think maybe a couple of weeks ago you might have thought maybe Motherwell might beat Celtic, but I'm actually going to go for a 2-1 win to Celtic. I think Celtic will be too strong for Motherwell in this one. Now we have Rangers against Hearts. 2 wins to Rangers, 2 wins to Hearts, and 1 draw. The last result was a 5-0 win to Rangers. So Rangers fans will be hoping to get back on that trail anyway. But you know what? It's been a very good season so far for the champions. 2-1 win over Hibs, which was a big victory actually. They come from behind again. And you know what? This is a big game, because it is first against second. Hearts have been very, very good recently. as well. But you have to say, Rangers, it was a good victory against Hibernian. They should have probably won by more, but they didn't. And that's something that you can say that they can take into this game against Hearts, because Hearts 2-0 win over Motherwell, and actually they've been looking very, very good. They're the only unbeaten side left in the SPFL as well. So, you know what, Hearts can go to Ibrox and make it a very, very hard game for Rangers, I think, as well. How do I see it going? Unfortunately, I just think Rangers will be determined to win as well. It seems to be always a red card between these two as well. So I'm going to say there'll be a red card, but I don't know who to what team. But I'm going to say a red card in this one. And I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Rangers. I think Rangers will be too strong for Hearts. But that is a very, very good game as well. But it's quite surprising, actually, that Hibs, Dundee United, Motherwell, Celtic and Rangers Hearts are not on TV. Answers on a postcard, please. Answers on a postcard for sure. And now we move on to a game that is a big game at the bottom of the table. It is Ross County against St Mirren. It is 3 wins to Ross County. 3 wins to St Mirren and 2 draws. And the last meeting was a 3-1 win to St Mirren. Obviously, Ross County in the news for the wrong reasons. Obviously, this alleged racial incident as well. Look. It's funny how you can say that Ross County were not bad against Dundee United, but they should have probably got something out of the game. There wasn't much between the two sides, and I think that was a very, very good result for Dundee United. It was as well. But Ross County, they are one of the only teams to have not won a game yet. I don't think St Mirren have won a game yet, so this is a very, very interesting game, this one, because I look at these two sides and I can't really separate them because St Mirren, they won 1-0 against Livingston. So, I think Ross County and Dundee are now the only two teams who don't actually have a victory. Along with St Johnstone, I think. I could be completely wrong about that, but I do think that St Mirren did play well against Livingston. Obviously got the win, 1-0 win. And to be fair, Livingston are not in very, very good form anyway, but a good victory in the end for St Mirren. So I'm going to go for I think it's a very, very tough one to call, this one. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw between Ross County and St Mirren. And now we have St Johnstone against Livingston. 2 wins apiece and 1 draw. The last result was a 0-0 draw between the sides. How did St Johnstone do? They won 3-1 against Dundee. Very, very interesting victory, that one. So Dundee and Ross County are now the only two teams that are not got a win this season. So it'd be interesting to see how well they can actually, do. But St Johnstone will be buoyed on the fact that a 3-1 win over Dundee. Tayside derby, of course, so that was always going to be a good game to get a win as well. To be fair, St Johnstone have had a bit of a stuttering start to the season, but they are starting to find their form a little bit. Same can be said for Livingston, though. A 1-0 defeat to St Mirren, and question marks again over David Martindale. Look, the tactics are not the best. It's not been great for him, you'd have to say. So I hope Livingston can get something out of this game because, St Mirren, it's a very, very interesting game that they lost because, again, they were not great. I think that's the poorest I've seen Livingston play in a long, long time. So I'm hoping to goodness that we can get something out of this game. So with that being said, my prediction, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw between St Johnstone and Livingston. I do think we can get something out of the game, but it's going to be a very, very hard game to get anything out of. McDermott Park's not been a happy hunting ground for Livingston, has it? So, but I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think Livingston can get something out of that one. So that takes care of the 3 PM games, and it leaves the only game that is actually on TV as well is Dundee against Aberdeen, and it is 4 wins to Aberdeen and 1 draw. The last result was a 1-1 draw. But as I said, Dundee are one of the only winless teams now left in the SPFL Premiership, and you have to worry for Dundee where the points are going to come from, where the goals are going to come from. 3-1 defeat to St Johnstone. The thing is, Dundee are not great defensively, but they look very good going forward, and they're going to have to try and balance that act. They have to be better defensively, but they are scoring goals, and that is a good thing as well. At Dens Park, under the lights, I think that should be a good test as well. Aberdeen 2-1 defeat to Celtic. Not going very well for Stephen Glass, is it? I think that's no wins in 9 games now for Aberdeen, which is very, very disappointing as well. But I look at this game and I think Aberdeen will be too strong for Dundee. I am going to actually go for a 2-0 win to Aberdeen in this one. So that is it. That is match week number 9 done and dusted. As I have said, leave predictions in the comment section down below. And like James Dunlop, Wolf Einstein and Shane O'Donnell, you will get a shout out in the next video. So I'm going to go for my predictions very, very quickly. Hibs 2, Dundee United 0. Motherwell 1, Celtic 2. Rangers 2, Hearts 1. Ross County 1, St Mirren 1. St Johnstone 1, Livingston 1, and Dundee 0, Aberdeen 2. So that is it. That is match predictions done and dusted. Sorry, it's in a bit of a different surroundings. I will make sure that I am in a better room anyway as well. But thank you very much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. And after a very, very good campaign for Scotland as well, looking like they are going to qualify. So yes, sir, we can boogie. I'll see you later. Bye bye.